Well, so I want to talk about the biggest myth that mid-career professionals have about the space of consulting. Uh, if you have been thinking about becoming an independent consultant or doing consulting part-time alongside your full-time job, which is what I recommend when you first get started, then you need to listen to this, because one of the things that may be keeping you back from taking that first step is the misconception that you must have all the answers, or that consultants should have all the answers. And nothing could be further from the truth. I cannot tell you how many times I've come on to roles that I didn't have all the answers. I mean, almost every single time, you will not have all the answers. Even when you go in for interviews, you will soon find that the decision makers even value the fact that you may not have all the answers, but that's part of what makes consulting, because you're willing to engage stakeholders and facilitate answers and facilitate solutions. The biggest mistake you will make is to come into a project thinking that you have all the answers and you're just coming to tell people what to do. As a consultant, you will fail fast. You need to be able to bring people together and solicit inputs from people. So never make the mistake of thinking that you have all the answers as a consultant, because you don't need to have all the answers. You definitely do not need to have all the answers. So why is this myth important to discuss? Because a lot of times you encounter it persists. And why is this myth persisting? It persists because of the perception of expertise that comes along with being a consultant. Consulting is often associated with having all the answers and having prepackaged solutions and having the authority to know what to do. And people assume that, let's ask the consultant, and you have immediate flawless answers. No. That is not what consulting is. Okay? The other thing is, some clients see the presence of a consultant as a way to be lazy and not think for themselves anymore. They see that the thing by bringing in a consultant, they get quick fixes. And that also reinforces the first myth, and making the consultant feel like you are this oracle or this god or this, where you can, nah. All right. So you don't want to assume that perception, because it's harmful. You give yourself unrealistic pressure. When you're a mid-career professional, you feel like, okay, you're not at the top, so you don't know everything, and if you want to be a consultant, then you must have been at the top and know everything. No. All right. Do not allow yourself to feel inadequate when it comes to solving complex problems, because you can't find the answers. Long before AI, we were finding answers, and now with AI, it's even simpler. But when you allow yourself to think that you should have all the answers, it gives rise to this whole idea of imposter syndrome, because you think you don't know it all, so you shouldn't venture. No. A consultant is a catalyst. You help people think. You use different skill sets that you can learn, and you help people think differently. All right? The other thing is, if you come in with that mindset that you should be the expert and you should have all the answers, it limits your desire to collaborate. It undermines collaboration. All right? So it discourages you from getting feedback, from leveraging the client's experiences or their insights. So you don't want to think that you know everything. That would be the biggest mistake. And obviously, it will stifle collaboration. You won't easily collaborate because you think, hey, you know what? I've got all the solutions. Okay. So what do? Become a facilitator. Don't be a guru. Become a facilitator. Focus on unblocking the client's potential, helping the clients think. When I teach consulting skills, I teach that sometimes you just guide the experience with the client and just look up, stare, gaze into space, Let the client mind work. Leverage your experience, but not your ego. So use your career as an insight, use your past experiences, but let that help you to ask better questions, not to dominate a conversation or dominate the relationship because you think you know all. And definitely always be learning. Always be learning. Stay curious. Consulting thrives on your ability to synthesize new information, not reciting something or regurgitating old data or old facts. No, 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 no. Always think about creating a new playbook, and you can create a new playbook by learning new things. Okay, so if you've been thinking about becoming a consultant alongside a day job and providing extra income for yourself to take vacations and do other things that you didn't ordinarily have a chance to do, then this is the channel for you. I want you to subscribe and hit the notification bell, as I will always share new information. Um, and feel free to comment, ask me any questions, and I will respond to the comments. Until next time, my name is Dan, and I catch you somewhere in the consulting space.